Started 6:30. How about some action? Aaron Gordon, all about that action. DJ Augustine, he knows that and gets an easy assist.
Oh, go and get it.
Orlando pulls out to an early lead, but ball got a mind of its own.
That's what we call shooter's touch.
Luke Kennard has it, caps a 26 Pistons run. We got a tie game. Scary moment for Detroit. Blake Griffin goes down doing the splits. Looks like he gets up limping, but quick recovery, strong inside.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Blake Griffin on this play right here as he gets the and one.
15 points for him. DJ Augustine, hello, from outside.
He's quietly had a terrific season for this Magic team and really helped to kind of solidify their backcourt.
From the city of New Orleans, 26 points, 8 assists for DJ. How about that remix from Reggie Jackson? Pistons not done yet, but slam dunk champion Terrence Ross.
Oh, that's
Reggie
tough.
Bullock fouled there, and he's money. Yeah, that's not a good play.
Probably not a good foul if you're Orlando Magic and Grant.
2.5 seconds remaining. We have a tie game. Evan Fournier
Bailed him out.
I got you back,
Big time shot.
Nice touch over Andre Drummond. The big fella knows how to play good defense. Fournier beats him to the spot. And Orlando on top, 109-107. Again, great game from DJ Augustine, 26 and 8. But when you hit the game-winning shot, you do the interview afterwards. Big-time shot by Evan Fournier. How about a big-time game for Karl Anthony Towns in Miami? That's a lot of effort.
Ooh.
And then Towns, you saw him cleaning up his own miss, helping his teammates out as well.
Well, that's one thing that has really changed since the trade. He's not hanging out by the three-point line. He's down underneath the basket, battling and getting rebounds.
Speaking of battling, Dwayne Wade continues to battle this season.
Flash. You call him Flash when he does that.
Yeah, that's a flashback.
Oh, I see you. 21 and 5 for him. Andrew Wiggins cashing. Minnesota with the 3-point lead. KAT, as in cat, dominating.
He was just imposing his will on the Heat, particularly in the paint, not settling, as you mentioned, Candace, for that jump shot, but making sure his imprint was in the paint.
It's consistent.
Oh, he didn't block that one.
Goodness.
Derrick Jones. Remember my name.
A lot of business decisions down there.
Yes.
But you know, when Karl Anthony Towns is doing this, one dunk doesn't count for 3 points, Candace. It's simple math.
You're right, Chris.
And how about some defense?
There you go, big fella.
Career high 6 blocks for Karl Anthony Towns to go along with 34 points, 18 rebounds, 7 assists, also 3 steals. Minnesota gets the win, 113-104. Oh, a special happy birthday to the 34-year-old LeBron James. And I think the fans know what's up. See by what their own news are. Not match the offer for restricted free agent Patrick McCaw, and he's now a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. By not matching the deal, Golden State saves about $11 million in luxury tax. Speaking of the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal were once teammates there, and the big fella wished King James a special happy birthday. How special is that? Time to go at the buzzer. Here's LeBron on his birthday.
So far, man, I've been getting a lot of birthday wishes and everything. I want to thank everybody so far who's wished me a happy 34th birthday, man. Like fine wine, I feel like I'm getting better and better with age.
Congratulations to LeBron James. And again, 34 years young. The funniest part of that is I think he's trolling, aging like fine wine. Right? You heard him say it.
Yeah.
How did he enter the game the other night? Huh?
With some fine wine.
Yeah. I think he's doing that.
I mean, he's ahead of us all.
Are you going to start that this next season? You going to pop up at the game with a little bit of vino?
Heck yeah. I want some of that stash that he posted on his Instagram.
Yeah.
See, you're talking to the
that's
game.
that
She's going to
fine
start
wine.
showing up to shows.
Oh, yeah. You guys are going to see.
She's already done that. I thought you didn't get the memo?
See, the stars of the show get to do that, like
Nah,
you
we wish.
and her. Me?
Maybe after the show.
There's got to be agua in this
They
cup.
said it's healthy to have one glass a day.
Congratulations.
What a yeah!
on your birthday.
Depending on how big the glass is.
Candace, GA, I'm Chris. Thank you. In one night, 5 players scoring 40 points or more. It's happened 3 times. LaMarcus Aldridge almost became the 5th player, finished with 38 points for the San Antonio Spurs. Kemba Walker scored 24 points in the 4th quarter in a losing effort to lead all scorers. Jamal Murray hit 9 3-pointers, and James Harden notched his 3rd straight 40-point game. So of the guys on that list, who impressed you the most on Saturday?
Well, I think it's a combination between Murray as well as James Harden. I mean, James Harden over the last 9 games has averaged more than 35 points. He's really put the Houston Rockets on his back, and he's been a one-man wrecking crew. This with Chris Paul out and Eric Gordon, going out in their last game with a knee injury. So, I mean, he's an ISO maniac. Nobody can stop him, and he's been on a tear at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. I mean, Harden, it's almost laughable now. He's doing this with such consistency. I'm going to go with Jamal Murray. The fact the guy shoots 9 of 11 from 3. You're looking at a team right now that has a chance to be the 1 seed in the Western Conference, coming out of nowhere with how well they played this year, dominant at home. They're proving that they're a legit team, being above 500 on the road. And this guy just continues to put forth some amazing performances. Not sure if he's a point guard or shooting guard, but he's been playing really good basketball for this Nuggets team.
No votes for Kemba Walker, though.
Well,
24
they
points in the 4th
lost.
quarter.
Yeah.
I know.
And Kemba's been great. They need to get him a little help, but they might want to try to play defense.
A little
in
bit.
Charlotte.
Then key points there. Well, we have some breaking news tonight, and it involves, I guess, a former member of the Golden State Warriors and a champion in Patrick McCaw. The Warriors did not match his 2-year, $6 million offer from the Cleveland Cavaliers, so the 23-year-old wing is now a member of Cleveland. Warriors saved about $11 million in their luxury tax bill by not matching this offer. But Candace, the Warriors gave up a lot originally to get Patrick McCaw. So does this make sense to you considering what they gave up?
Well, when they interviewed Steve Kerr and Steph Curry at shoot-around yesterday, when he first signed the offer sheet with the Cleveland Cavs, they seemed a little bit surprised, but they knew that the team was going to have to move on. But obviously, owner Joe Lacob paid for that pick, $2.4 million to secure him from the Bucks. They had plans for him to be in the rotation this year. So to me, if I'm Patrick McCaw, you have an opportunity to be in a rotation on a championship contending team where you play on national television night in and night out, to now go to Cleveland and be buried kind of in Cleveland after the LeBron era where they're trying to figure it out. So I think it's a tough situation, but obviously both parties have moved on.
Yeah, and I would say from the Warriors standpoint, they were fortunate because he's coming off a disappointing year. So, and it's not as if they didn't know that if they signed him that there was going to be an issue with the luxury tax. I was under the impression that because they probably sensed like, you know what, this could be, we could see the light at the end of this tunnel in terms of this dynasty. This might be our last year. We're having issues right now with our depth. Yes, he had a disappointing season, but he's familiar with our system and he gives us some versatility on the perimeter. It's worth 1 year because in essence, it's not a fully guaranteed deal. But they chose to go in a different direction. And for Patrick, he will at least get the opportunity to play more minutes, and also in a different system. That's the other thing, too. As great as Golden State is and as beautiful as it is to watch, it doesn't fit everybody's ability in terms of how they function best. And so you could maybe say that has something to do with it from McCaw's thinking. He wants to get into a situation where he gets to have the ball in his hand a little more. It's a lot more predicated on ball movement, spacing, your ability to play without it. So it's hard to say what all factored into it, but I would assume that Golden State coming into the season was under the impression that they would be able to re-sign Patrick McCaw.
Certainly an interesting situation to see the Golden State Warriors lose Patrick McCaw during the season to a restricted free agent. That's something we don't see. The Lakers come back. They were down in the fourth quarter, down for a big part of this game. What did you notice towards the end about the players that were in the game for the Lakers, Candace?
Well, I think Ingram did a good job down the stretch getting to his spots. Obviously, Josh Hart had the huge drive with the left-hand finish that really sealed the deal a little bit. But I think defensively, that unit was extremely active. They took away the three-point shot and made the Sacramento Kings' last couple possessions really difficult. And I think that's what really stood out to me with why that lineup was continuing to play, was because defensively they were a problem.
I think you hit it right on the head. What happens in the NBA game today is, you're not going to go and generally hold a team to 40% shooting. You're going to have to be able to have stretches in the game where you can get multiple stops and then take advantage of it. And I think you saw that in the fourth quarter with the group that Luke Walton had out there. They were active. They defended the three really well down the stretch. They got multiple stops, and then they were able to convert and transition. And almost like a role reversal from what we saw the last time these two teams played, where it was the Lakers who were up comfortably, and then you saw Sacramento storm back. Lakers were able to kind of flip the script tonight and get a much-needed win for a team that's obviously going to be shorthanded here moving forward.
Brandon Ingram, 9 for 13 from the field, 21 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. When you put up a stat line like that, you do the